Okay, another short Farmall F-12 update video. As you can see, I've got things pretty much torn off. The mag and the oil filter's gone, and if you look here, the motor mount bolts on all four corners are gone. And I've got the crank start mechanism unhooked, and on this end it's unhooked from the coupler that goes to the transmission. Everything's loose there. All it needs is just I need some help and bring the tractor in here, lift it up with a chain, and put it on the workbench, and then that'll pretty much be down to bare frame, except for there's the brake rods are in there, and the front end, of course, and the lower bolster. And yesterday I decided I'll just go ahead and pull the top cover off the transmission, and everything looks pretty good in there so far. Haven't found any surprises in there. And one thing you will notice there is the transmission gearing goes crossways across the tractor, where on an F-20 or an F-30 it goes with the tractor. So that's a little bit different. And down here is the top cover. Now you'll notice, I'll try and zoom in here, there's a couple of pins right there. One right there and one right there. And there's two corresponding holes on the other side. I managed to get those out, but those two down there decided they liked where they were at and they stuck. Here's one that I pulled out, and you notice they are threaded on one end. This is the end that sticks out, and in theory you're supposed to be able to thread a nut down on there and use a little bit of tension to pull it out. But those threads have been exposed for so many years, and people drop things on them, and they've been mashed down a little bit. I couldn't get a nut on them, so I had to use a little tapping and a little prying and stuff, but it actually came out pretty easy. Nothing too serious. But that's just the alignment pins on there. I'll clean them up and rethread them before I put the tractor together. But other than that, it's coming along pretty nice. There was one surprise. Over here, this is where the mag sets on the tractor, and if you can tell, these bottom holes are a little bit bigger than these two. They've been wallered out, and they're not quite centered on the same spot as the other two. And I think what they did was they replaced this mag, and it's not the proper mag. I haven't checked any numbers or anything, but I'm thinking that that's probably the cause. When I took it apart, I noticed that these were the only two bolts that were holding it in, and there's supposed to be four, so that kind of tends to lead me to believe that it is the wrong mag. And it worked, but I'm going to see if it is the right one, and maybe see if I can exchange it for one that is right if it is the wrong one, or if not, it obviously worked, I'll put it back on if I have to. I haven't gotten any work done on the head or anything, and here's just a big pile of parts here. And I've got several over here. Here's the rocker and several gaskets that I'm going to make myself. I'm going to use these as patterns. And there's several more. The carburetors down there. I'm about to a point now where I've got just a few more pieces to take off, and then I can start working on the motor. But that's the update for now, and I'll add more later.